pronoun. Edinnsiananmu. Coming right up. What's up guys, my name is Yao and you're welcome to the first grammar lesson that begins the Twi Pronouns playlist. So the goal of this playlist will be to introduce to you all the pronouns that we have in Twi, get you to understand how each of them works and how to use them. Pronouns are very important in every language and Akan is no exception. So in the coming weeks, we'll be looking at the Twi pronouns that we have under each pronoun type. But for this particular lesson, I'm just going to briefly introduce to you the concept of pronouns. This is to ensure that we all start on a level playing field, just in case somebody doesn't know what pronouns are. So this is going to be the structure of this lesson. We are going to start out with what pronouns are. Then we look at some examples of Twi pronouns. Then we move on to look at why the need for pronouns in the first place. And then we end with the types of pronouns that we have, the ones that we are going to look at in our subsequent videos. All right. So if you are ready, join me and let's start. Okay. So what is a pronoun? To better understand what pronouns are, let's go back and look at what nouns are. All right. So nouns are basically names, right? So your name and names of other people, animals, places, things, states, ideas, qualities, you name them. All the names that you can think of are examples of nouns, right? So what pronouns basically do is to replace these nouns, names, however you choose to call it, in sentences, all right? So there will be a noun, and then a pronoun will be used to replace it. That is why I did that division thingy at the start of this video. So we have the prefix pro, which is substitute, and then we have noun, which is name. And then in Twi, we have edin, which is name, and then we have Edinnsiananmu, which is replacement or substitute. So we have something like a name substitute, okay? Let's pause here and look at some examples of Twi pronouns, just so you know what we are talking about. So we have me, which can be I or me in English, all right? We have wo, you. We have ono, which can be he, she, him, or her, all right? We have eno, which is it. We have yen, which can be we or us. We have mo, which is you, plural. And then we have one, which can be they or them. All right. When we start looking at the pronoun types in the subsequent videos, we are going to look at the forms that some of them take when they are actually used. But for now, consider these as the raw forms, okay? All right. So now the question is, why would we want to replace nouns in the first place? So there's a noun in a sentence, minding its own business. And then someone comes around and goes like, hey you, off, let your brother pronoun replace you. It doesn't make sense, right? So let's consider the following passages and decide for ourselves if the decision to replace nouns sometimes is justified. And the first passage reads, Akosia edi mfie du. Akosia te nkran, nanso akosia ko sukuu wo Kumasi. Akosia jina pen nsia. Aduane a akosia pepa ne fufu. Did you notice anything odd about this passage? All right, let's look at the second one. Akosia edi mfie du. Ote nkran, nanso oko sukuu wo Kumasi. Gyina pen nsia. Aduane a ɔpepa ne fufu. Did you notice any difference? So what was happening with the first passage was that we kept repeating the name Akosua over and over again to a point where it sounded odd. Alright? So what we did with the second passage was to replace the name Akosua right after we introduced the name with its pronoun. And all of a sudden it read much better, if you agree with me. So that is the basic use of pronouns. Pronouns are used to replace nouns in sentences so that we don't end up repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Sound too repetitive, okay? Now let's end by looking at the types of pronouns that we have. So we have personal pronouns, which encompasses both subject and object pronouns. We have possessive pronouns, relative pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns. So in our subsequent videos, we are going to take each of these in Twi and look at them in detail. So by the end of the playlist, you should know all there is to know about Twi pronouns. And this brings us to the end of today's lesson. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'm waiting.